Hi, everybody. How's it going? Happy Tuesday and welcome to day 2. You made it to day 2 of our group. I hope you all are feeling well today. I posted that meme about being sore because it makes me chuckle. I remember when I was in my first accountability group, my coach posted that meme and I thought that's hilarious because I hear that guy's voice in my head as he's saying those words, you know. So hopefully you're not too sore, but man, I remember when I started this journey, how sore I was. And I'll just tell you that you learn to love that feeling. I'm sore too, but I love it because I know it's working. So hope you're feeling good through the soreness. So I wanted to go just a little bit more in depth about the meal plan and how to make the containers work for you. A little bit more like from my perspective, because oftentimes I get questions from people wanting recipes, wanting to know how I prepare food and how I make the meal plan work for me. And sometimes I think that people overthink it, honestly. And I just try to make it really, really simple, especially in the beginning. So first of all, I just wanted to point out that when I first started, I got this with my challenge pack. I got the 21 Day Fix meal plan book. Now, for some of you, you have this. For others of you, you've gotten the Portion Fix, which is the same thing. It's the same meal plan that came out with the 21 Day Fix. We just call it the Portion Fix, and it comes with all of these beautifully color-coded containers. Others of you have Beachbody On Demand, so you've never actually gotten a physical booklet, but you have at your fingertips meal plans online in your BOD library. And like I said yesterday, every program utilizes these containers a little bit differently, except for PIO. I will say PIO is different. And I know, Krista, you are doing PIO. So we can talk about how to use the containers as it relates to PIO, just to simplify that for you if you want to do that. But I just wanted to go over quickly what I think about when I am looking at these containers and the kinds of foods that I eat generally on a daily basis that equate to these containers. Hopefully you guys have done your calculations so you know how many of these containers you are allotted each day. So let's start quickly with your green. This is vegetables. And everything under the sun counts towards this container in terms of vegetables. Nothing is off the table. Some are better than others. If you're looking at the food lists when it comes to this meal plan, the foods that appear higher on the list are better for you. They're more of a priority versus the ones that are lower on the list. And what I mean by priority is it just means that they're a little bit better for you in terms of nutritional value and just in terms of optimizing your nutrition. So, and iceberg lettuce does not count. Okay. Iceberg lettuce is literally nothing. It's like eating air. So you don't want to eat iceberg lettuce. Instead, choose leafy greens. I personally buy organic greens because they are grown better and you can trust them more. But whatever you can afford, as long as they're nice, deep green, because you want that iron and you want all of those antioxidants and stuff in your greens. So and in some cases, it's a matter of fitting things in this container, and other things, it's a matter of counting. So like beets, for example, you can't fill this container of beets and consider it one portion of your green container. You have to actually, I think it's 2 medium beets, but you got to refer to your list. So that's that. Oh, and another thing really quickly about greens is that when I think of greens, like for example, baby spinach, if I'm making a salad of baby spinach, I don't just put baby spinach in here and fill it up with raw baby spinach and then say that's my base, my salad. I think about what a serving of cooked baby spinach would look like going into here, like how much raw spinach you would need to make cooked spinach and to fill this, right? Gives you a lot more greens, and that's what I consider one green container. I also think about, how much dressing will I put on my salad? I don't want it to be so much salad that when I put my dressing on there or I put my olive oil and vinegar that it still tastes dry, So it's about finding a balance. But just so you know, your salad doesn't have to be this tiny, the greens for your salad. Okay, next up is your fruit. And again, everything under the sun when it comes to fruit, and there are some fruits that are better than others in terms of the glycemic index, and that just means that It means about the sugar spike that you get from eating the natural sugars in your fruit. And some are better than others. Just refer to your meal plan list when it comes to those, okay? And I definitely want you to be eating your vegetables, or excuse me, chewing your vegetables. I know juicing, some people like to juice, but this is really where you get the fiber that your body needs. This is fiber. I forget if it's the insoluble or the soluble fiber that your body utilizes when you eat fruit. You lose some of that, a lot of that, when you juice. So I would prefer to see you chewing your fruit. Okay. All right. Red. This is your protein. Some really quick go-to protein that I eat every day. Well, first of all, my Shakeology. A scoop of your Shakeology counts towards one red container. Eggs, grilled chicken, shrimp, wild sockeye salmon. Those are the main things that I'm eating on a regular basis. They're really easy to prepare. Oh, ground turkey or ground lean chicken. But remember that the protein needs to be lean. You don't want to be eating a protein that's too high in fat. And of course, vegetarian options are tempeh or tofu. But you want to remember that these soy-based proteins, if you are eating soy protein, that you want it to be organic, non-GMO soy. Okay, I caution against soy, especially for women, especially when it comes to soy that may have been genetically modified, which is something that is happening more and more. So you want to know where your soy is sourced, and you want to be careful with soy. Okay, your yellows, your carbohydrates. This is so key. Do not skip your yellow, guys. Okay, don't buy into that old thinking that you need to cut out carbohydrates to lose weight. Okay, your body needs carbohydrates to function optimally. And you definitely want to make sure you are getting these in. Now, for some of you, if you are qualifying for the lowest bracket, you only get 2 of these. And I know it's not very much. And we can talk if you feel like you're still hungry at the end of the day. But, again, there's definitely a hierarchy when it comes to the things that count towards your yellow container. And so you want to refer to your meal plan in terms of those things. And in some cases, you may want to avoid altogether things like pasta pasta. And I only say that because this is not very much pasta. And I do have some tricks that I use when I want to have pasta, or my family and I are eating pasta, to help me to feel, to help me have a full plate of food, but still staying within the parameters of this for my pasta portion. Which, by the way, is whole wheat pasta. But, in some cases, when you're first starting out with this program, you might want to skip the pasta, only because it might make you feel like, man, that's all I get, So, but we can talk about that too. It's not off the table. That's what I love about this program. It's not off the table. It's just that you have to know yourself, right? And what you love to eat, and, what you might not be able to stop eating if you start, right? Okay. Your blue container. This is the infamous blue container that it counts towards so many things that we love count in this container, and you only get 1. No matter where you are on your calorie bracket, no matter what you qualify for. If you're my husband, you qualify for the biggest, the largest calorie bracket. He only gets 1 of these. Everybody only gets just 1, unless you're doing quarter forest, which in that case, in your 3rd week, you get to have 2 of these. So those are goals, right? And this is hummus. This is a quarter of an avocado. This is cheese. This is nuts, almonds, cashews, stuff like that. And again, it's not necessarily what you can fill into this container, but it's a count. Okay, so definitely want to refer to your list. Your orange container, again, everybody across the board only gets 1 of these, and this is seeds and homemade salad dressing, and I'm trying to write shredded coconut. This is also something that it's a healthy fat. Oh, by the way, this is healthy fat too, but it's limited. So you just have to decide what you do. What I normally do is I normally have pumpkin seeds on my salad using this. Salad dressing, honestly, I usually just do a half a teaspoon or teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil and then vinegar. Excuse me, and that's how I dress my salads, and use pink Himalayan salt. And so I like to use seeds with this. That's usually what I'm doing, is pumpkin seeds or sunflower seeds, because I love them. I forgot to mention that I usually go for hummus with this and fill this up with hummus and then have it as a snack with some baby carrots. It's great. But you can also, a quarter of an avocado counts for this. So you can always have a quarter of avocado on your salad or something, or guacamole with your fajitas or your tacos. So that's that. And the last thing, and I don't have a representation, but your teaspoons. So depending on what calorie bracket you fall under, you get a certain amount of teaspoons, and that's your health. That's another version of the healthy fat. And to help cut down on the fat that I'm using to cook with, I use a lot of nonstick cooking sprays so that I use minimal fat when I'm cooking my food, and then I have enough of the other healthy fat to, put in my shake, for example, or use in my coffee, because I use extra virgin coconut oil in my coffee. So, ways in which I sort of splurge on my teaspoons of fat, I do in the forms of that, or peanut butter in my shake, or like I said, extra virgin olive oil on my salads, so that, there's minimal, and again, fat is not something to be afraid of, especially healthy fat, healthy sources of fat. But when we're following this meal plan, you want to think about how you're using your healthy fats, right? And what you're using it for. And when it comes to cooking chicken breast, for example, you don't need to use a whole lot of oil to cook your chicken breast. Just find some good nonstick cooking spray to use, and then you have plenty of other teaspoons of healthy fat to use in other places. All right, this is a 12-minute video. I'm sorry it's so long, but hopefully it's been helpful to you in terms of how I think of these containers. And again, it's just breaking them down and understanding what counts towards what. Okay? All right. Obviously, if you have any questions, comment below, and let's have a good conversation about breaking down and demystifying this meal plan, which is liberating, you guys. I haven't counted a calorie in 2.5 years. So, all right, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.